my name is Jody, and I'm a 43-year-old geek who also loves makeup. So, this, whatever this is, we're going to talk about the next part of most makeup routines. It's not a required item, just like foundation isn't required. There is no, actual requirement for anything. It's just what you want to use and what you like to use. Now, this particular moment, I didn't put foundation on. I'll be honest, it's a little late tonight, and I didn't want to have to also put foundation on and take that off. So I just am barefaced, and I don't even have my glasses on because we're going to put foundation on. We're going to put, why can't you think of it, Jody? Concealer. We're going to put concealer on. It's been a really long day. Okay, we'll be honest. It's been a long week and it's only Wednesday. So tonight we're going to put on concealer, and I'm going to talk about concealer and the different kinds and what is it used for, and why people like to use it in their routine. So concealer is a way to conceal things. I bet that surprised everyone. It's mostly used actually for under eyes. So like you'll see I'm a little blue, not terrible, but I definitely need more sleep. Oh, and if you see some purple on my lid, or blue, I think it's blue, that's from something fun called liquid liner that I have a little trouble getting off. So it'll come off, it's fine. That's for an advanced class, one that I need. I'm just kidding, kind of. So concealer, a lot of times you'll see a lot of people put it under their eyes, because what it does is it'll actually brighten up your under eyes. And I should actually put on foundation. Let's try this again. Let's watch. Let me, if I can get my foundation without knocking over my camera. That's gonna be fun. No, that's not foundation. You're gonna be like, wow, Jody has this big match. Hold on, I have to show you that without putting my camera down. That's okay, that's what editing Jody is for. Okay. So here's my bag of makeup. Yes, this is an Ipsy bag from March, I think. And it's got a lot of my secret things in here that we'll talk about another time. But somewhere in here, I think, is my foundation. Yeah, and the reason I'm going to put this on is because I want you to see some of the magic that happens when you put concealer on after you put foundation on. And yes, that is the order you should always go in. You should put in concealer on after your foundation. So just like before. If you haven't seen me do this before, well, go watch the other video, because there's only 2 videos. It's not that hard to see. And I'm going to be out of camera for just a second. There. Now we can... Ooh, that changed the lighting. Interesting. But now I need light. No. Yes, I know. It's really pale. It's okay. It will work. We will make it work. And you're probably thinking, why isn't she using one of those blender things? Well, they're in the wash, so I can't. How was everyone's day? Mine was crazy. One of those long days where you deal with a lot of people. And I'm an introvert, which I know you're thinking, why on earth is an introvert doing a video on YouTube? But sometimes it's fun to do things that are a little out of your comfort zone. Wow. I just got that all over my mouth. I probably did not need nearly as much. That's okay. This is not perfection, ladies. This is just improving. Which right now, you're probably thinking, how is she going to improve? Because she's pale. Yes, I'm a ghost. Boo! It's almost Halloween, right? Okay, it's not really almost Halloween. It's August. It's still like 100 degrees in Florida, so. It is hot. And this is, cold shoulder, so I'm not quite as hot as I probably look. Well, that's what. All right, so I'm already pretty pale, but this is still gonna work pretty well. All right, so let's talk concealer. So I have two kinds of concealer here. One is from that Shop Miss A again. Again, I'm gonna link the things that you see. I'm probably not gonna do a full face tonight because I am kind of tired, so you're not gonna see like this beautiful after like you saw last time. This one, when I got it, this is way too dark for me. Way too dark for me. So I am not gonna use this. But somebody could. This one's kind of a weird thing. It's got like this weird little whole thing at the top, and you can, put it on. Oh, this is a brush. I haven't used this one very much, but I'll show you. You like push down and eventually it comes out and it brushes on. But that is way too dark. Also, this morning I did an experiment because I was talking about oxidation last video and what can happen. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but this little patch here where it's like bright orange, that was the foundation from Miss AOA, from Shop Miss AOA. And I put it on this morning, and now it's orange. I look like a Cheeto. Don't be a Cheeto. Eat Cheetos. I like to eat Cheetos, but don't be a Cheeto. Anyway, so that's the one I wouldn't use. It might be okay if it was a lighter shade. I haven't let it sit out all day and see if it turns me orange as well. I probably should just to see what it does, but it's kind of dark. Instead though, I have Covergirl, which you'll notice I like a lot of Covergirl brands or items. I have the foundation I have was also Covergirl. I like them. They're decent price, and this is a much better shade for me. It's a much lighter shade, and you generally want to go about a shade lighter than your foundation. So you'll see here's my foundation and here's my concealer. So my concealer is just a little bit lighter. And the reason you want to do that is because you want your under eyes or wherever you put this to be bright, right? You want to look happy, you want to look awake, you want to look like you just drank a lot of coffee, which I really could use. No, it's okay. I don't need any right now, but you want to look like that, right? So what you do, and this is called a doe foot applicator, and it's called that because it looks like a doe foot, like a deer foot. See? Yeah. So what I usually do, and you'll see people use this in different areas, depending on the person, is I usually put it underneath my eyes, not all the way, just little dots here, and you'll see why, because a little bit goes a long way. I will also put some kind of up here because I don't want my whole forehead to just shine, but I would like this to be just a little lighter. And then also I usually do it right above my lips because I have really tiny lips. In fact, right now you can barely see them because I put foundation on them. So I want my lips to look a little bit bigger. To do that, you put in light and shadow in. So we'll talk more about that when we get to the lips, but I usually put just a little bit of concealer there as well. So you'll see I do. And I need my mirror again, so come with me. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit here and a little bit here. And I don't do, some people you'll see, they'll put concealer everywhere and then they'll put their, they'll do their stuff. This time I'm not going to. And I don't have my handy dandy sponge, which I usually use one of the sponges for this. So this time I'm going to use a smaller brush. Yeah, that's a good brush. It's kind of medium-ish, smallish. And then I just kind of dab it in. Yeah, or you can even better use your finger. I'm going to use my finger. And you kind of want to pat down. And if you have a little bit too much, like if your corner, You know, if you notice there's a little bit too much there, then just kind of pull it a little bit while you're patting. And what that's going to do is that's going to push it down into your foundation. So that way your foundation and your concealer are kind of going together. They're kind of gelling. Like those shoe commercials. So now if you look at my two eyes, my left eye, no, my right eye, this is my left hand, this is my right eye. My left eye looks a lot brighter underneath my eye, where this one still kind of looks like it's kind of shadowed. So I'm actually going to take a smidge from my hand, since I had it on my hand, and I'm going to put it on my eye, because you can also do that. And again, I'm just going to use my finger, kind of dab down and drag a little bit, because I do have a little bit much there. Come on, and you can bring it all the way up to your eye. So you don't just want it down here, right? This isn't the part that's dark. My cheek isn't that dark. My cheek is bright as heck. No, that my under eye is dark. So you want to get it. You won't get it in your eye. It's okay. You're going to be fine. I say this because I am someone who freaks out when stuff gets in my eye. Like, freaks out. So it's okay. You're going to be fine. If I'm fine, you're going to be fine. You can do this. All right, so now see both my eyes nice and bright, look like I've slept for 8 hours, 10 hours. I have no idea how long I slept last night. And then I take a little bit, again, I'm just using what's on my brush, and just a little tiny bit here, and I'll probably just pat that in, kind of going down a little bit. Some people will also put it down the bridge of their nose. I have a really small nose. So one thing you're going to hear me talk about in another video is called contouring, which is basically making your face a slightly different shape than what it naturally is, or making it look like it, kind of using tricks of light to make it look like your face is shaped differently. My nose is already small. Like, I don't have a huge nose. I don't need to, you know, make this highlighted. I can. Why not? But I don't need to make my nose look smaller, right? It's fine as it is. I like the way my nose looks. So, no, why bother? But some people do like to put it all on their nose. And like I said, I also like, I'm almost running out of concealer. A tiny little bit right here. Just a smidge. And that's it. That's all you do for concealer. Now, I know I'm pretty white still because I haven't done all the cool coloring stuff. Like, I use, instead of bronze, which we'll talk about again, I use something called contouring powder, which is kind of similar, not really. It's a darker powder to kind of help add, you know, again, shadows, because right now I look like I have a flat face. I have very little shadow. Yeah, so anyway, that's it for concealer. I mean, it's really simple. If for some reason you need to hide a blemish, so say like I think I have something forming over here. Yeah, something forming like here. If I wanted to hide this, I wouldn't use lighter shade. Because if you think about it, if you're in a room, like right now I'm in a room and there's a bright light shining down from the ceiling, or not, that was from my computer. If there's a bright light shining down, right, it's emphasizing the things that the light hits. It's emphasizing my nose, it's emphasizing my cheeks, you know, my chin, because I have a huge freaking chin, but it's not, you know, it's emphasizing things. It's not hiding things. So if you want to hide, what you want to do instead of using a bright concealer is you want to use a shade darker than your foundation instead of a shade lighter than your foundation. And that will actually completely, well, not, it'll help hide it. So if you'll, and in that case, I would probably put it on underneath the foundation just to give it a little bit more oomph. But foundation should usually go first. So, which is why it's called the foundation of everything. Sorry, I know I've been a little kooky tonight. It's been a long night, but I hope you're having fun. I hope you have a laugh. I hope you understand that nothing has to be perfect. Makeup isn't about perfection. It's about having fun. And that's part of why I love it, is because it is having a lot of fun and doing cool and fun things. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit subscribe. I know I only have a couple videos out, but I will make more. I will try to post at least once a week about some kind of topic, either a new thing or, you know, I'll go into, especially after we get into all of the different pieces of what I use for my makeup, we'll start talking about different color eyeshadow palettes and how we can do different palettes. Why on earth did I say palettes? I don't know what's wrong with me. You know, we'll talk about different eyeshadow type cool things you can do, like how to do a smoky eye, or how to do a halo eye, or how to do the weird thing that wouldn't come off, but you can totally get it off. I'm just me and a little difficult and not perfect. So I hope you again like this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and you know, share this video if you have it. If you have any comments, you know, what kind of concealer do you like? Do you use Covergirl? Do you use a different brand? Do you use a high end? You know, Tarte is a high-end type of concealer that a lot of people use. Do you use brushes? Do you use sponges? You know, what kind of things do you like to use when applying your makeup? And do you also look as pale as I do? Let me know. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day, goblins. Take care and talk to you next time.